William Murray with the Religious Freedom Coalition, here to talk once again about the Ground Zero Mosque, and in particular the endorsement by President Barack Obama at the Ramadan dinner held at the White House of the construction of that mosque. St. Nicholas Orthodox Church was crushed by Tower 2 as it fell. The boards in New York that looked at their construction plans said no. They said that it couldn't be reconstructed because it was too tall, and furthermore that it had onion domes which might be out of character in the area. However, a 15-story megamosque that will cast a shadow on Ground Zero, there appears to be no problem with that at all. Speaking of President Obama, it turns out that the front man for the mosque, Imam Feisal Abdul Rauf, has sort of vanished after it was discovered that he was on President Obama's payroll. It appears that the good imam is paid by the State Department to go to Islamic nations to talk about religion in American society. How odd. In a majority Christian nation that has many times more Jews than Muslims, an imam is chosen, one who, by the way, supports Hamas and Hezbollah, to go to the Middle East, where Hamas and Hezbollah have influence, in order to talk about religion in the United States and the role of religion in our society. Well, I guess we couldn't send a Christian because they wouldn't be allowed to speak anywhere. The odd thing, and what bothers me the most as the chairman of the Religious Freedom Coalition, is the number of times that I have been in the Middle East, the number of burnt-out churches that I have toured, the number of desecrated Christian cemeteries that I have seen. Since 9/11, almost 1,000 Christian churches, seminaries, convents, and other religious institutions have been destroyed by Islamic mobs. Not only in Iraq, where they have been burned, more than 250 destroyed in Kosovo. Then there are the church bombings and the pastors dragged out of their homes and their pregnant wives shot in Nigeria. Assassinations in Pakistan, church burnings in Pakistan, Indonesia, beheadings of young teenage Christian girls. And many of these horrible events occur during the month of Ramadan, when Muslims are exhorted by radical clerics to go out of their mosques on Friday evening onto rampages into Christian communities. This is my concern, because I have seen how intolerant Islam is wherever it is a majority, and the violence, even when it isn't a majority, to force the majority to adhere to its Sharia law. Now we have a situation of a mosque, a mega mosque, going to be built in the financial district of New York, where not that many people live, and by the way, virtually no Muslims live. The Muslims, who for the most part live in Brooklyn, will have to go across the river and pass several other very, very large mosques in order to get to this one. Bottom line, Cordoba House, or whatever its name is at this point, should not be built. There isn't an Islamic population center in this area. There's no reason for the mosque actually to be built, considering the concentration of Muslims in Brooklyn. It needs moved further away. Even radical left Governor Patterson of New York has offered state land. I don't think he'd do that for a church. Has offered state land to the mosque if it will move further away. Even he understands the consequences of this situation. This mosque should not be built where it's planned to be built, not near Ground Zero. For more information, check our website at no911mosque.org. William Murray, Religious Freedom Coalition.